Folks, we are back in another Microtopia episode. Found a glaring error. Look at all these guys that have died. Our SHTF is hitting the fan. Got far ahead of ourselves, but we're back. No time for a preamble today. Enter if not small ants. Then what are you going to do if you're not a small ant? You should just immediately walk, right? Is that not the case? Do you not like it? You still didn't like it? Okay. Okay, this is going to be an issue here. And I don't know what the problem is. You do not want to walk past here. Why? What's happening? Aha, there was an extra. Beware. Beware the extra node. God. They are catastrophic. They are catastrophic if you do not catch them. Right? Enter if not. Enter if not small worker. Thank you. Good. Okay, this is an issue here. How did we not take you out? How did we not get you out of here? That was a waste. I do like them being on separate lanes though. That's very good to me. Okay. Now that we are good, here we go. Everybody, welcome back. Okay. So if you missed the last episode or you watched the last episode, you're going to know what we did, which is just a bunch of cleanup. And we did manufacture our first light bulb, which is awesome. Looks like we need to manufacture some screws because we don't have enough screws on this island from our stockpile, which is unfortunate. But we're making our way there. Don't worry, we got this. Looks like we have no. Why do we have no? This is supposed to not enter unless we have 40. Oh, because right, we've been making these. Okay. Yes, fully understand. I'm back with it, even though I have not stopped recording for about an hour. Here we are. Okay. Good. There. Okay. So now that we've created our first light bulb, let's work on getting it back. We don't need diggers so much right now. We're just mining iron. And we're fine with that. We have plenty of copper. We have plenty of everything we need. Yeah, we're in a good spot here, folks. This is gonna need to change. No, very quickly. Yes, okay. Now I feel comfortable moving on. So we could get screws to continue building diggers, but it's not necessary. First thing we want to work on here is outbound flights. And what does that mean? We want to take and make it so that we can continuously bring items to our island and from our island. And what do we want to bring from our island? We want to bring finished products, just the same way that we bring finished products to the new island. We want to bring them to the main island. And we are going to do that by just creating a hauling trail for now, because we only have one product. But we're going to make wire as well on the other island. In fact, we could probably unlock that now if we haven't. Let's unlock that. And the facility, just because we can. We don't need anything though from it, but we may as well. It's going to take 100 to get. I know we wanted the recycler, but we're going to get 100 pretty quick. I mean, we're focusing on research at the moment anyway, so. Now, if we do this, actually, we don't want to do this, right? We want to do something like a stockpile gate so that we don't run out here. So let's do stockpile gate off of here. And then we'll make our way in. And if we have, say, let's be able to make 10 at any given time, because again, we're not going to want to take very many. Is the sign there? Yeah, you should be going through there. How many do you have? You have 8. That's why you stuck up high. Perfect. Okay, so we don't want to be making too many on this island. First, it's only every 10 minutes that this gets respawned, and we can't, you know, we obviously can't get that many in that period of time, so we don't want to be overshooting our gallery. Just came up with that on the fly, everybody. If you thought that was a nice saying, thank you. If you didn't, you probably weren't even watching to begin with. Anyway, okay. So now we've kind of screwed ourselves, because I'm sure there's someone walking around with light bulbs. And what do we do here? If we're carrying anything, if we're carrying light bulbs, we want to do a carry gate. If we're carrying light bulbs, we want to enter here. If you're carrying a light bulb, enter in here. Otherwise, walk on by. And we'll put storage here. And then you will return. And let's see what we've done. Here comes somebody with a light bulb. Now we have the ability to make now we have the ability to make drones. These drones, pod workers. Yay! Let's go. So let's do that. We'll start with. Let's actually do a timer gate. Let's do it correctly. We're not going to try and force this at all. Excuse me. I'm so sorry for not blocking that out. Let's take 2-minute timer here. And if you click mode, you can change it as after seconds or minutes. So we're going to do 2 minutes. In fact, we can probably do 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, we're going to make a pod worker. And we're going to do a cast gate here that says if you are a pod worker, get out of this lineup and never go in there. You're going to concern yourselves here. And in fact, I don't want that there. I want it more here. Yes. And then we are going to do one here. And we are going to do another that says if you are a pod worker, in fact, we need to do that here. You don't like it? If you are a pod worker, let's assign this. There we go. First pod worker drone making its way. If you are an actual pod worker, you will come here and you will cool down for a bit. And then once you have become a pod worker empty, you can move on. And that's very important that we make this cooldown place, because the full pod workers cannot enter here, and if they enter in there, it's going to be wasting time. So what do we need here? I'm going to take one of these, place an energy on it. Yeah. Yeah, everybody. First pod worker. I don't like that. I know it looks like we have quite a lot of energy, but the reality is that we do not. We do not have much at all. Okay, so now as you can see, we have our first pod worker. Let's go. That's gonna be. Let's go, baby. That was very quick. We were almost there. We were on the cusp of greatness. We were on the verge of greatness in that last episode. Okay. So now what happens here? So this is the same length of time of worker as a small worker, but when it dies, when it degrades, it goes back to that pod worker empty. And then it's going to go into this queue, and then it's gonna revitalize itself. And we have an infinite worker now. We will never dip below a certain number. As long as we can provide energy and light bulbs. It looks like we got some light bulbs, so, you know. Now, let me explain why I chose a longer timer on the timer gate to create these pod worker drones, or the pod worker empties. And that's because you do not want to overwhelm this assembler. And it's easy to do that. Now, if you set, like, a counter gate, and you have one in here all the time, you're going to get spammed with these drones, with these pod workers, and then they're all going to return to this queue at the same time. And just like every other ant, the pod worker empties can die. And that's a waste of a light bulb, and you don't want that. I mean, that's a lot of work, right? You have to mine the glass, you have to refine the glass, you have to create the light bulb. It takes 3 glass per light bulb, and glass at the moment is a finite resource, and we don't really want to waste it. So here's one of the main areas where I feel like people get overwhelmed with this game, because the idea of a pod worker is incredible. I did not set my timer. My wife is mad at me. Let me check how long this has been going. Hang on. And then I'll get out of here quickly as I can for her. One moment, I'm sorry. 11 minutes. I'll do a 10-minute timer. Thank you to her text. Grateful, forever grateful. Okay, so we don't want to overwhelm this assembler. If we stagger when the pod worker empties arrive in this queue, then we can stagger when this assembler is working. And it takes time. It takes like 15, 20 seconds to make a pod worker. So we don't want to overwhelm it either. We're better off utilizing ourselves with large workers that can become drones, that can become, you know, what are these called? What are these called? Infowars? Inventor ants. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Inventor ants. And, you know, we can better utilize their lifespan, right? Which is what we want. Now, we have 100, which is perfect. We're also going to get the recycler in this episode. We do only have 10 minutes left, so we want to utilize this time wisely. I want to get out here. I want to maybe use it here. I feel like it's better off here, right? Because our our airport is here, and our diggers are here, but we really need to clean this out before we get it up there. So I don't know really where I'm going to put this at the moment. Let's just put it here. I mean, I know that it works. I know that it will work here. So let's see. Recycler, what do we need? We need 10 glass, and we need 10 copper. So let's get that started here, because we are absolutely going to want that. We have everything else. So we can do that here easily enough. And what we're going to do is just put that there. And we're going to do copper here, and we're going to, if you're not getting, if you're not getting that, then you are getting copper. And that's fine. In fact, we could do it better. Right? Let's do a divider. And it doesn't matter if we keep... Oops, we don't want that there. We want... Yeah. A little bit here. And then we want a divider. It goes like that. And then what's this? And if you're not grabbing that, you're grabbing this, and that's glass. And what will we do with that? How will we do that? Like this. And there. Okay. Now we can get this quicker. We're gonna have to keep an eye on it though. But it doesn't matter. You know, if we end up with 1 or 2 more glass or copper on this island, it's not a big deal, I don't care. And as you can see, they're already returning with items, and this is better suited for our needs anyway. Maybe we should do this as a timer gate. And maybe every 20 seconds, 15 seconds. Let's do 15 for now. We really do not want them walking past here at the moment. This is our only island. Eventually we'll have another island. And we'll have to change it, but, you know, that's coming later. We have 6 minutes before I am going to be out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Again, I know there's a couple of you guys, hardcore watchers, watchers at the rim. If you know that reference, let me know. Let's see, did anything grab any glass yet? Looks like we have not grabbed any glass. First glass. There we go. We got glass. Let's go glass. Oh, we do have one glass ring. Let's go. 15 seconds. Yeah, I like this setup. It looks nice, actually. Very handy. Very nice. This doesn't need to exist. Although if we do here, we don't want to. Although we could. Yep. And then we could. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Stockpile full. Wow. We are cruising on energy. Look at that, we have 2,600 energy, 1,000 ore, 1,000 iron, I mean. Almost 100 rubble, Barney. 800 fiber, yeah, we're cruising. All these processed materials, you know, and finalized goods. It feels good to be in this position, if I'm being honest. We have made it quite a ways further than I thought we would in such a short amount of time. I don't know if that's much better, huh? Let's just have a 0-second timer gate. Everybody count the line in there. If you were here, you're making it. Okay, so how many pod workers do we have? Now we have 2. Already have 2. So as you can see, they build up quickly over time regardless. But we don't have to worry about flooding this. Okay. So we have baseball. It is pouring rain. We have baseball. We may or may not be going. It's raining though. Why are you bringing screws? Oh yeah, okay, good. Bring screws. I'm happy to see that, actually. Because we are utilizing the screws, right? We have been building diggers. And we do want to get this going. I'm going to stamp this out. I missed it twice. So we do want to stamp, we do want to get and again, it's really no rush, right? We're only going to use one and one for a while. We want to make sure, that needs to go here. We want to make sure that we're not going too quickly, right? We don't want to harm ourselves by going too fast, which is a real problem, I think, in games like this. You begin to understand a mechanic, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, I got this. And, you know, before long, you know, something has changed dramatically, or even subtly, right? And you don't have the wherewithal to understand what has changed. It's important to keep that in mind, right? That we don't get ahead of ourselves, I guess. We always want to be heading toward a decision, right? Not away from it. Once we get Oh, we have quite a few. I like it. Okay, let's do it. I kind of want to keep the same, but, you know, whatever. Each island is itself. Each island has its own identity. But we're going to try. And this is going to be our... Perfect. Okay. We want that. Yeah, we're not going to do all of this at the moment, but you can get the idea. Probably be in the next episode. I have 57 seconds. Thanks for watching both of these episodes if you did. If not, you know, hopefully catch them. Hopefully you like this game as well. Hopefully it's some kind of insight for you on how to play better or, you know, achieve the goal that you want in this game. I'm super grateful to be able to record this stuff for you guys. Thanks again for watching. 2 hardcore watchers, I know you're out there. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.